Taylor is putting V-class bracing everywhere. The latest addition is the K22. Now, if you didn't catch it, we've already done a video showing grand concerts with V-class bracing in the 400, 600, 700 series. This thing finally showed up in the mail, and we've got it for you today, so check it out. Hello Internet, this is Christopher McKee with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. In case you've been living under a rock, Taylor has attempted to reimagine the flat top acoustic guitar with new bracing. The V-class bracing debuted last year in their Grand Auditorium size body, and it did so to great applause. The new bracing basically allows Taylor to deal with sustain and volume not as two sides of a seesaw, not as counterintuitive things, but as both elements of the guitar that can be dealt with simultaneously. You can now have a guitar that's louder and has more sustain instead of one or the other with the V-class bracing. It also had the added benefit of improving intonation all up and down the guitar neck and the overtones in the guitar. It's maybe not too much to say that V-class has really changed the game. Taylor fully believes in it, and it has introduced it throughout, or is slowly introducing it throughout the rest of their line. Starting this year, they introduced the Grand Pacific round shoulder dreadnought guitars with V bracing, and at the Winter NAMM show, Grand Concert guitars with it. Now, we did those for you earlier this year. Check out that video there. And we told you at the time that they would be rolling it out in the rest of the series. Now, fairly recently, in fact, just last week, we did a video showcasing 3 of the new models, the 412ce R, the 612ce 12 fret, and the 712e 12 fret. So the 400, 600, and 700 get V-class bracing in the Grand Concert body shape. It also goes to the 900 Koa series and Presentation series. Our 9 in Koa didn't quite make it in time for that video, but I'm happy to say my K22 to show you is here today. Not mine, actually, it could be yours, but it is a beautiful K22ce. So, like with the other guitars, it really is unchanged from what it previously was in the Koa line, except for a few minor changes to go along with the bracing and a few other things. So, it is a K22. That means it is a Grand Concert, small body, Koa series guitar with a Koa top. It's a Koa top, back, and sides. It is bound in pale maple binding that's framed with beautiful rosewood. Same thing around the rosette there. Taylor's ebony winged bridge, ebony fingerboard inlay with this beautiful, or ebony fingerboard with this beautiful maple inlay. And then the Koa series headstock as we've come to see. Now the guitar is all Koa and it's done in a shaded edge burst. This is basically looks a lot like the guitar that's been out for a while. What's happening is under the hood. So the bracing has moved from the X bracing to V bracing. The name implies there's 2 primary V bracing going here, strengthening the guitar parallel to the strings. And it improves the volume of the guitar, it improves the sustain of the guitar, and like I said, it improves the intonation of the guitar. A few of the telltale signs that will give away that it's a V-class guitar if you're in a shop that maybe has older and newer Taylors is a black nut right up here. It's primarily there to denote that it is a V-class guitar. Graphite also lubricates the string pretty well. Inside, the label is different. You'll notice a label that has Andy Powers' signature and Bob Taylor's in the background. Up here on the headstock, there's something new for the Koa series, Goto 510 tuners in antique gold. And these are our favorites. I would lick them, but then it would probably cause a riot on the internet, like ice cream or something. I'm kidding, I want to do that to a guitar that's not mine. So, all in all, it's the K22. We've always loved this guitar. An all-koa in a small body 14 fret guitar is fantastic. With the V bracing, you get all of those improvements. Here's the tone you can expect from this. Koa has a dampening characteristic to it, so it's going to dampen some of the harsher high end of the guitar. You get a really nice warm sound that comes out of it, a nice mid-range with a more pronounced lower mid. Over time, give it about 5 years, Koa's going to open up even more to the low end side of it. Now, since it is a hardwood top, it's going to compress dynamically, which means you can lay into it and it's just going to get rounder and rounder as you do. The V bracing I have found now, Taylor is not advertising this, but I know from speaking to Andy that small little changes to the V-bracing do a lot of difference on the guitar. So the V-bracing that's on a Grand Pacific, for instance, is not the same as the V-bracing that's on a Grand Auditorium, which is not the same as the V-bracing that's on a Grand Concert. And the V-bracing between series isn't even quite the same. But it is the scheme, and then it's made for each body shape and each series. So in this guitar, what I have found is that these new Grand Concerts with V-bracing exemplify what you want in a small body guitar. Sustain, volume, clarity, and just this crystalline attack that's very responsive. So check it out and see what I mean. So there you have it. This is the new K22ce with V-Class bracing, new for 2019. As promised, as more of these guitars come in, we will be doing videos on those for you. So expect 12 and 14 fret versions of the guitars we've already shot, as well as the 900 series and more to come. If you're new around here, you want to make sure you don't miss those. Make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. We want to thank you for watching, and I want to remind you that the very best guitar in the world is the one that you're holding in your hands and playing. I'll see you next time.